I was just looking at the news and Priti Patel said another ridiculously
Stupid thing.
yeah. I was just thinking. I just went and ranted about it on Twitter for a bit because it's like, you know, when you watch a TV show or a film and there's a character in there who's just so unlikable that you're like, no one's like that in real life. and then you see Priti Patel in the news and you're like, oh wait, no, some people are.
Wait, cunts like that do exist in real life.
Yeah. Basically, she was criticizing the dreadful Black Lives Matter protests. Her words. But the reason was the reason she disliked them so much was because she just dislikes protests in general. So for that reason, she didn't like Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know where to.
where do you start with that? Like,
You know, like even at least pretend to care. Like Jesus.
It's like,
You know,
while I appreciate the way that they would,
yeah,
I appreciate the message, I do not condone the actions, or
yeah,
something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
that's just like basic things, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Madness.
Absolute twat.
This is the minister who was sacked for breaking the rules, and then when a new prime minister came in, got a promotion. So you know, she's got her rewards.
Can you spell corruption? That's right.
It's-
C-O-R.
Well, no, like, because, like, I don't know anything about politics, but throughout the first half of this, and because you mentioned about film and TV, I was
Yeah.
just basically picturing Umbridge.
Oh God, yeah.
And then
She kind
at
is
the
an
end of it,
Umbridge.
and then at the end of it, that sort of cemented it as well, because even after she got carried off by the centaur, she was still in a place of power.
Yeah, but like
true.
the thing is, like, the difference between these two is
She did
the-
get promoted as well, didn't she, Umbridge? As well?
at the end of this, at the end of everything, Umbridge got her just desserts.
What happened to her at the
Did
very
she?
end?
She just got knocked out by Harry and had a necklace stolen from her.
Yeah,
That's the last we saw of her.
Nothing that satisfying is ever going to happen to Priti Patel, though. Let's be fair.
Not with that attitude.
Right. Well, I'm off to Westminster. See you later, guys.
When she, I want her to come
Just
to
be
Bristol
casual.
so we can chuck her in the river.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's one racist already down there. So
I came up with a word for that. And fine, here we are. Because, like, in Prague, in the early modern period, whenever they didn't like anyone, they chucked them out of the window. Like, you know, the Austrian, guys are trying to, like, impose, rulers on the Czechs, and the Czechs like, no, thank you, we're not having any of that, so they chuck them out the window. And they
beautiful
called
Czech accent there.
The Northern Czechs.
yeah, from like Silesia and that. So they were so that's called the Defenestrations
of
of
Lancaster.
the Defenestrations of Prague. So I tried to come up with a word that had the same kind of structure but meant to throw into a river. And it's influminate, which is so we could have the Colston statue was hopefully the first of many influminations of Bristol.
Just keep it on the Harry Potter subject. That sounds like an awesome spell.
I was going to say, that sounds like illuminate, deluminate.
Yeah.
Is that when you
Like-
take the thing out of the river? That's defluminate.
Well, that's Lumos and Nox, but like, Influminate just sounds like you make a lot of, like a water flume out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like you make Oasis or something.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sorry
not
for the Swindon
Oasis,
fans.
please, no. Never liked Oasis.
She went to Azkaban, where she would remain for the rest of her life.
Oh, that's good.
No
Is that on the
Dementors
official
anymore, Harry
though?
Potter?
Potter wiki?
I don't know if it's official or
Oh,
not,
so
but
it's
it's
just
the
a
Harry
very
Potter wiki.
watery prison.
I guess, yeah.
I'm guessing the source would probably be Pottermore because you don't hear much of that after.
Nah.
Well, it depends on how
Imprisonment.
crazy J.K. Rowling's feeling.
I just say that
Let's see.
we can create our own canon after the books. Timelines
Most people
can
do.
differ off. Yeah, that's it.
The source is J.K. Rowling web chat in 2007.
Oof.
Was this before or after she revealed herself as a TERF?
2007, so it's ancient
Oh,
history.
way before.
Yeah.
Back when we all thought she was good.
How did Umbridge manage to conjure a Patronus while wearing the locket when Harry wasn't able to?
Because
Rowling
she
says,
fucking loved it.
because she's a very
Yeah,
nasty piece of work, she has an affinity for
it-
this horrible object which would help her rather than hinder her.
Well, yeah, and it isn't the point of a Patronus that it comes from your happiest thoughts.
Yep.
Ah,
There we
of course,
go.
yeah. So here we are. Here's the source. It's like 3 lines.
Ooh, the source.
Yeah.
The source.
Pablo asks, what is Toadface Umbridge doing now? And Just Kidding Rowling replied, glad to see you like her as much as I do. She was arrested, interrogated, and imprisoned for crimes against Muggleborns. And that was it. That's the source.
None of J.K. Rowling's sentence there was sarcastic in any term. Especially that first sentence. No sarcasm.
Oh shit, what is Dumbledore's Boggart?
Oh,
The corpse of his sister.
makes sense. Makes
That
sense.
scans. Yeah.
This makes sense.
So, what's on the agenda for today?
The Agenda.
Yes.
Was Minerva in love with Albus? She said, no, not everybody falls in love with everybody else.
But these two secondary characters that nobody's really paid any attention to, yeah, they can get together. Still
Which two? You might have to be a bit more specific. Yeah.
Luna and Neville.
Oh, okay. Wait,
In
they
the
didn't-
film, at least.
In the film, yeah. Was that just Kidding Rowling's doing, or was that the filmmakers doing?
Whichever way you look at it, it's stupid.
Neville did get with someone in the books, but it was someone different, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't remember.
I know that Luna eventually ends up with a Scamander.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I remember reading that, yeah.
His grandmama's son.
Grandmummerson, yeah.
Grandmama's
Grandmummerson. What is a Grandmummerson?
It's a band in it, Mumfordsons.
The Grand Scamander son.
Oh, of course. The Newt Commandersons.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know that Quirrell was a Muggle Studies professor before taking over Dada?
Oh.
It's quite interesting, this web chat.
So this is the problem. Like, I do like learning more things about it after the fact from the author. But does it need to be like stupid shit? Like, oh, Harry was actually trans. Like, it's
Is that a thing?
actually no. No,
Oh, I was
but that
gonna
would
say.
actually make things a hell of a lot more interesting. Looking back on it. Also, nothing against trans people. I'm not a turf.
Yeah, it would have just been something that would have just been a complete retcon that wouldn't have fitted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
I
We
never said
understand.
Hermione
Stuff that
wasn't
just don't
back.
stuff that just don't
Yeah.
make sense.
But anyway.
Anyway, I'm going to stop reading this because I'm just going to be here all night reading others. Well, speaking of Harry Potter, I watched a lad called James Voth read someone's fan fiction the other day, and
Oh,
it was very,
dear.
very good.
James
guy-
John.
Some guy called Orgy, something like that. I can't
Orgy.
remember.
Oggi lo Budere.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was. I know,
Ruvel.
I spoke to you on the
They can't-
weekend about it, but I'll say it on the podcast. It was really, really good, so I'd
Okay.
recommend that.
Well done.
I started a couple of more other little bits, but not much more.
And it did get me nostalgic for the D&D that never happened as well. So just a
Do we want-
little
do we-
nudge.
Well, do we want to get on to our proposition we wondered
Yeah.
about, Chris?
Go on, then. I've been wondering about this. Fucking bring it.
We were thinking of maybe doing it as more of like a commission, where
Or-
every session of
I think-
D&D you do.
I'd
well-
prefer the term bribe.
Well, okay, no. Because I was using the term on Sunday. I was using the term bribe for about half an hour, and Christian turned around to me and said, "Oh, I don't like the term bribe." And I went, all right. Then maybe if we say we commission him, or we're paying him to do it like a job. Okay. But like
What a
the
tangled web I
commission
weave.
in the way would be that sort of like we'd get you some kind of relatively decently cheap, not like really cheap but not overly priced Lego set of your choosing between us for every like session we do or something. There'd be a price limit, but
Because we are keen, and we're
we,
also
we are
bean.
we are beaner keeners for this.
Okay.
To the point that I'll even accept doing it over the lines at this point, even though I wanted to be all fancy and do it with like, oh, I dropped my lighter. I was flicking it around in my hand.
So, first of all, sure. I will. Okay, right.
It doesn't like.
Graciously accepted. However,
We've-
the terms can be worked out.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make that work.
Well,
But-
the Muggle Studies teacher needs to be John Voff then, because that's what I put in the story.
Hang on, let me write this down.
There's already a universe.
Yeah, no, it's.
It's called
Oh,
Harry
and-
Potter.
I do recommend these things. He's currently performing A Cursed Child with him and a couple of friends.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll be able to hear your opinion on it then, because I know I had a few things to say about it after I'd read it.
I'm about halfway through. We've literally just got to the end of the first storyline where Scorpio's in the darkened universe.
Oh,
It's all right at
The Shadow
times,
Realm.
yeah. There's
because I think yeah, my
there's
overall-
periods where I felt it's a bit like, oh, this isn't really the wizarding world. This feels a little bit off.
Yeah, like I thought the concept for the story was pretty good. I thought, but I just thought it was written a bit like a fanfic. Like the characters are a bit exaggerated. Like all Ron
and-
does is quip. Like
Yeah, not just a fanfic. It definitely feels like it was written for a play, but
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like a play in the 60s where everyone is definitely over exaggerated and overly expositional at times.
Right.
It's like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
bit that like it's like Scorpio asked Albus or something, is like, what's a polyjuice potion? Oh, this coming from the potions expert who's like a big geek and doesn't know this. Oh, come on, Scorpius, you should know that a polyjuice potion is.
As you know, your father, the king, explicitly
Oh
forbids you
God,
to do
I
that.
hate that line.
It's one of my favourite TV trope pages. Just with all the examples.
Oh dear.
Hufflepuffin.
Hufflepuffin, that's what like Mitch likes to do.
Oh, that reminds me. We were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
With,
Yeah.
with McGonagall's the head, but then
But I could see McGonagall still wanting
Yeah.
to teach because that's the sort of person she
Yeah.
is. So she'd
then-
carry on teaching, but go on.
yeah. So then she'd have a deputy head who would take over a lot of the roles of being of the head as well, so that she could carry on teaching. So we thought, oh, who's she mates with? A Professor Sprout.
Bezzy Bezzies, Professor
Yeah.
Sprout.
So
Yeah.
Professor Sprout could be deputy head, but she's
And
just deputy head, which allows
Sprout's already a head of
Yeah.
house, so it makes
Yeah.
sense for her to get a promotion
Yeah.
up.
yeah. And then I can't remember how we got onto the subject, but we imagined a few of the kids and also Professor Sprout stood behind the back of the greenhouses smoking mandrakes.
Oh yeah, mandrake leaves. Yeah,
And then,
smoking mandrake. Yeah,
and then like McGonagall just come around the corner and Sprout just hurriedly stamping on her roll up. Going, oh goodness!
Hurriedly
Oh,
stamping on a
you kids should be ashamed of yourselves. Just furiously
Yeah.
winking at them.
yeah.
I can't remember how we got to that, but it made me laugh and I remembered it.
Oh my goodness. Did you figure out who was the head of the other houses?
We spoke about it, didn't
McGonagall's
we?
head of
I think
McGonagall's head of Slytherin. Gryffindor, sorry.
Gryffindor.
Who's the head of Gryffindor?
Gryffindor.
Now, would she carry on being the head of Gryffindor,
See,
or would she appoint
I don't
someone
think she
else?
would, because I think that was the one we got stuck on, because Flitwick was Ravenclaw.
Yeah,
We said...
Slughorn is Slytherin.
Yeah. What's her
Sprout's
face?
Hufflepuff.
Yeah. We didn't know with Gryffindor. We didn't know what teachers were in Gryffindor. We assumed maybe Hagrid.
We said maybe
Yeah.
Hagrid, just because along with Dumbledore and McGonagall, they were like the trio behind the trio.
God, could you imagine if Percy became head?
Jesus,
Ugh.
Nah, he's not into teaching.
no. Although I've watched interviews with the actor and he seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, it's a shame because like he decided
didn't-
to appear in Goblet of Fire over Order of the Phoenix. Oh no, other way round. Sorry, because he had.
No, yeah.
It was one or the other because he had more to do in that film, and then he was reduced to like a cameo towards the end. And it's just like, really?
I don't think thinking about it, I don't think he was at the Triwizard tournament in the films, even though he was in the books.
Yeah, that's it.
And then in the 5th book, where he actually had a lot more to do, they cut it down to literally just non-speaking lines where he was walking next to Fudge.
Yeah. He's back! He's back!
It's great God.
It's great God. Great God, he's back! My God, how do you do it, Holmes? What?
Huh?
What?
What?
I don't know. What?
What? Who? What?
What?
Where?
Oh, yeah.
5:30.
Ah, jolly good. I'll get him to do some tests. I'm afraid I'm a
You'll get
Harry
a swab
Potter
down the
fan.
back of your
You
neck.
might need to get tested.
Yeah, swab it down the back of your neck and up your nose, and then you find out what Hogwarts house you're in.
Yes. You're in the one with the crows because of the Corvids. It's Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raven COVID. Raven COVID-19.
Oh, no, I did that
Don't know
very
what's
wrong.
going on.
Cut this bit, Christian.
We might not, because it takes a lot to get like the maps and stuff into Roll20.
Oh, okay.
So
You might just do something quick and easy.
yeah, or
No.
we might just do it audio to begin with.
Okay.
You have to use your imagination.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Hold on. Obligatory.
As much fun as I had, like scrawling out the maps for the for the other one.
Ozzy's been climbing up the obligatory. I've had it since it was a shrub.
Oh, the obligatory. Yeah.
The obligatory.
Ah, imagination. Here we go.
What?
Imagination!
Imagination.
That's my ridiculous. Right, I'll get out the obligatory now. Climb back down.
I'm just there shaking a broom at you. Get out of there.
Get out of the obligatory. You're knocking the nuts out.
Oh.
You should be so lucky. Anyway.
Phew. Hey, have you heard? Doug Naylor, co-creator of Red Dwarf, is suing Grant Naylor Productions
Oh.
Oh.
following his removal from the board of the company last year.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Which is a shame because he was just starting to work more closely with Rob Grant and Grant Naylor Productions, and now they've sacked him and he's suing them for about 160 grand in unpaid invoices dating back to 2018.
Fuck's sake.
So it looks like they're not getting back together anytime soon.
Nope. God fucking damn it. Why can't we have nice things?
Big question is, Red Dwarf's still alive, though?
Just about.
True, that is the most important question. I mean, have they got anywhere else to go? Really? Like-
I think they could. I mean, much as I like it, I think they could probably finish it after the Promised Land.
yeah, it does feel like it's kind of a good place to end it, you know? I feel like Rimmer's character arc is complete.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they can't really kill anyone off, can they? Not again, anyway.
But yeah, no, it just kind of seems like I guess
It
Rob
felt like
Grant wants to take it in a certain direction, and maybe Doug Naylor didn't, and so they sacked him. I don't know. Yeah.
But it's like the way that it opened, like the opening of the Promised Land,
Alright.
it felt very sort of, okay, this is the finale, you know?
It was very kinematic, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Kinamatan.
I think I might need to watch it again because it was rather ridiculous.
Yeah. I just get it on Dooved, actually. Right, let me look at my other news that I wrote down. Terraria.
Terraria?
There was a Google Stadia
Oh, yeah, Stadia.
version of Terraria in the upcomings.
But not anymore.
Yeah, because Andrew Spinks, the developer of Terraria, had some kind of strike on his YouTube channel that he was not told about in any way, shape, or form. And his YouTube channel got removed. But of course, with the magic of linked Google accounts, when your YouTube channel gets removed due to a strike, your entire Google account gets deleted with no recourse, or even support, or even explanation as to why it happened.
Nope.
Yeah.
So Terraria, for Stadia, is dead because he basically said "fuck you."
And I mean, yeah, I mean, no one who has a Stadia anyway. But it's,
Exactly.
yeah, hang on, let me find the. So here we are. So YouTube support declined Relogic, that's him, Relogic's suggestions to try to solve the problem privately, choosing instead to publicly offer irrelevant suggestions to the game developer with over 30 million customers. First, YouTube asked if Relogic could access its banned email account, which the developer already explained was banned. Then YouTube suggested trying Google's account recovery system, which is only for users who have forgotten their Google password. Finally, YouTube shared instructions for how to recover a voluntarily deleted Google account, which is in no way relevant to an account ban.
Jesus.
So he's just said, my phone has lost access to thousands of dollars of apps on Google Play. I just bought Lord of the Rings 4K and can't finish it. My Google Drive data is completely gone. I can't access my YouTube channel. The worst of all is using access to my Gmail address of over 15 years. I absolutely have not done anything to violate your terms of service, so I can take this no other way than you deciding to burn this bridge. Consider it burned. Terraria for Google Stadia is cancelled with one L. My company will no longer support any of your platforms moving forward. So he did overblow it quite a lot, but I completely agree with what he's saying. It is ridiculous.
Oh, did he though?
Yeah, because he went. He was a bit kind of. He had a bit of a meltdown. But
Hard.
Yeah, I mean,
I
given
think-
the context, I don't blame him.
I feel like I would have felt that way, but I probably wouldn't have tweeted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's not
Don't air
to.
your dirty laundry.
Yeah, it's not to disagree with what he's saying though. I completely agree. It's stupid. It's very, very stupid. Somewhat. I was reading like comments about this as well, and people would, because I always read the bottom half of the internet. It's the best part. And,
Have you done any found poems?
not talented enough. They and someone was saying it's kind of, imagine if you I don't know, you violated the terms of one of your utility contracts or your bills. So like the only way you could violate, say, like your gas bill or whatever or your electricity bill would be if you didn't pay it. So imagine you didn't pay it.
Yeah.
You would never just have it cut off with no notification to you.
No, you get warnings.
Exactly, yeah. And if it does get cut off because you don't pay it, you can then say,
Pay it.
okay, I'll pay it then.
Yeah.
But with Google accounts, it's like you just get one. You don't even get a warning. It just happens, and you've got no way whatsoever to even ask why it happened, let alone do anything about it. Because like, why not say, by the way, that video violates our terms. You've got 24 hours to remove it before we delete your account, or something like that.
It should be suspension first and then banning.
Well, yes, yeah.
Like even in school, you don't get expelled straight away.
First, they should have detention.
Yeah.
And they should have
Well,
suspension.
yeah, that's basically what suspension is of a YouTube
You get
account.
like
isn't
you
it?
get sucked into the internet and suspended there, like like in the Bells of St. John.
Oh, that's a reference.
But yeah, it led on to this other interesting discussion about how technology companies are kind of treated differently, and it does seem like there does need to be legislation to kind of treat them as utilities rather than the weird way they're treated at the moment, because a lot of the stuff that Google does around DMCA and things like that, and Twitch as well, are really just a reaction to the way that they're treated by copyright holders and legislators. They kind of have to go in hard because otherwise they get shut down, basically. And it's like a good analogy is back in 1980 or whatever, was anyone saying that phone companies should monitor everyone's conversations to make sure they weren't saying anything illegal? It's kind of yeah. It's all very silly.
Let's not go to Google. It is a silly place.
Or like the analogy I always use about like people, filing lawsuits or DMCA takedowns against Google for putting illegal things in their search results is it's like blaming a window for a bad view. It's not Google's
like that.
problem what is on the web. And it's not, if someone writes something illegal on Twitter, then someone should report it and then Twitter can deal with it, or Facebook even. It's not actually
You can't
their
blame a
job to-
librarian for the context of the book.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're just there to get you the book. What's in it? That's your own fault.
Unless the book was written by the librarian, but then
I mean, that is well, that's what Google apps are. But yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid, isn't it?
I mean, there is a line you got to draw. I guess, like, if I can understand, like, having to putting an algorithm in to flag certain things automatically just for safety reasons makes sense. But the line's been
like, the thing
drawn
is,
too
what-
far down, in my opinion.
He hadn't uploaded anything to his YouTube channel for what, a couple of months.
Yeah, no one
So
has
there's
any
literally
idea.
nothing which gave them any reason to do anything. Like
No
he
one
was
has-
just
yeah.
there, and then suddenly one day, gone. Like that is weird.
It's the email that is the worrying thing about this. Speaking as someone with a YouTube channel in which I do make a lot of very rude jokes,
Yeah.
and this is kind of where people were talking about it should be treated as a utility, because it's not just cancelling your Gmail account, it's basically denying you access to every one of your online accounts, which is
which is a lot.
yeah.
It's kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah. So if you disagree with anything we've said, just feel free to flag this video as inappropriate. And
Oh God, no! Don't do that, for God's sake. Actually, it's not my channel. I don't care.
like if we could go through with a joke like that, that should be the moment you just end the podcast. It just cuts. Just a beep for the next 10 minutes.
It's like a flat line.
Yeah.
that's right, I'm two-dimensional and I'm coming to get you.
I'm coming through the digital airwaves.
Oh, the digital corridor.
The digital door with digital dancing.
Oh, hey, this is fun. One final thing on my list of news. Have you heard about... hey, Lewis, have you heard about the snowplow, the gritters, sorry, in Scotland that all get given names and you can track them on a website and the names are brilliant?
I didn't know you could track them. Go on, give us some names.
I'm going to read every single one of these names.
How many are there?
At least 3.
526.
Okay.
Right, bring it.
Amber Snowy, Arctic Angel, BFG Big Friendly Gritter, Blizzard Bear, Chili Connolly, Darth Spreader, David Plowy, For Your Ice Only, Fred, I don't know what that one is, Gangster
His
Granny
last name
Gritter.
Herring.
They're just Fred.
I guess the driver of the plough got to name them, and some of them were more imaginative.
I guess, yeah. Gangster Granny Gritter, Gritter Bit, Grit Expectations, Gritalica, Gritney
Nice.
Spears, Gritterbug, Grittest Hits, Gritty McVitie, Grittle Mix, Gritty Gonzalez, Gritty Bang Bang,
No.
Han Snowlow,
Oh!
I Want to Break Freeze, Icebreaker, Ice Destroyer, Ice Queen, Jeremy Brine, Lou Ice Capaldi,
Ooh! That's a
License
rough
to
one.
Chill, classic, Luke Snowwalker, Melton John,
Fuck.
Mr. Plow, Mrs. Gritter,
Hey.
My Name's Doddy, that's a crap one, Nitty McGritty, Penelope Gritstop, Plower of Scotland, Polar Bear Explorer, Polar Patroller, Ready Spready Go, Rumble, Salty, Sandy the Solway Salter, Scotland's Bravest Gritter, Sir Andy Flurry, Sir Grits-a-Lot, Sir Salter Scott, Slippy McGritty, Snow Bother, Snow Destroyer, Snow Dozer, Snow Trooper, Snowball, Snowbegone Kenobi, Snowcomon Go,
Okay.
Sophie Salt, Spready Mercury, Sprinkle Bell, Sprinkles, the Golden Great Gritter, the Grittest Snowman, the Incredible Ice Bear, the
I just
Snowbuster,
remember what's coming next. I know
snow-
which one's coming.
the Snow Solution, the Winter Explorer, True Gritter, and Yes Sir, Ice Can Boogie. There we are.
What happened to Teeny Weeny Anti-Slip Machine?
That must have been another year.
Ah,
Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny yeah,
that's the one.
Machine, yeah. But you know how I love puns, so I said to myself, I said, Christian, I'm gonna read
What
all
a
that out.
wonderful day.
And I said back, I replied back, I said, Christian, I think that's a great idea. And I said, thanks, Christian. I said, you're welcome. I said,
do you talk to yourself often?
bye. And then I said, excuse me, don't interrupt. And then I said, and I said,
And then there was a fist fight, and
And
just
then I left, and I was just sat here by myself, waiting for the podcast to start. I'll be back in a minute. So there we are.
Cool.
Nice.
Any other ice baby? Any other biscuits?
Mario 3D World came out on the Switch.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
How was it? 3D World?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. It's exactly the same game as before, plus DLC. So
How many of the D's is it?
You came to us in stereo. That
at
was
least 3.
Thank you.
amazing. One for each of the main holes.
Oh, cheeky.
That's one of them.
Yeah. The
Yep,
bum, the
yep,
mouth,
yep.
and the ear.
Yeah.
Okay, for Aussie, there's only 2.
The one ear. Just the ear
The
you have
singular.
on the crown,
What a Family Guy.
on the apex of your
I think it
skull.
was actually.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Suddenly went quiet.
I didn't really hear what was said because we all kind of said it at the same time, and so I was just like, well, I'll wait for the conversation to carry on, and then I'll figure out what was said from that. But no one said
We were
anything
just
else.
saying that. We were just saying like the ear thing was like a plot from Family Guy.
What, having
I
one
think, yeah.
ear at the apex of your skull?
No. No, fucking hell. Like
Oh, ear sex. Yeah.
yeah, where they were trying to be abstinent, so they
Yeah.
like had sex with the ear instead.
Was that Family Guy? Or was that South Park?
Oh, that's Family Guy. Because
What
it was Meg.
What was
Yeah.
South? What was the one in South Park? I'm thinking.
South Park was the one with Cartman and Kenny and stuff.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one where they like were always having to wear condoms the entire time because the girls were scared?
I don't know. I think I'm thinking of the is it the Jonas Brothers? Is that what they're called? The band?
That is a band, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all being like extra chaste because they all wear chastity rings or something, and the whole plot is
Oh,
about
yeah.
how
That sounds familiar.
we can sell sex to little kids as long as we say that sex is bad. Oh.
Suddenly they're employed by Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse is one of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Mickey Mouse saying it in the South Park.
Goofy. Say, if we advertise sex to kids, then we can have all the kids we want.
Perfectly cut screams.
Oh, it's one of my favourite things. Just perfectly cut screens.
Have you ever seen the video called "Oh Yo 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 Yo"? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. It was in the important videos playlist. It was like someone on a bicycle, a velocipede.
Yes.
And they were going off like the top of a half pipe. They were about to do some like sick skills or what have you with Z.
Right.
Sick skills. But they like pushed off too hard. So instead of like rolling down the top of the slope, they just drop straight down. and someone in the crowd is there just like going, "Oh, yo, 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 yo," as they fall. And then there's just like a crunch and then the video cuts.
Oh, God. Oh my God! If you do find that, please post that in the chat.
It was so good. Oh god, yes, here it is. Right. It's more like no, 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 isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just the, it's the at the end.
Oh, just the that looked like that hurts.
You can like
Oh
freeze.
my god.
You can freeze frame it at the exact moment. It's just, I love the category of the ow, yow, 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 yow video is music. So the channel,
Yeah,
by the
that's
way,
Gans.
people playing along at home, the channel is called O space no 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 no, and the video is called ajrojrojro. There you are. You can find it at home. I hope he's all right.
Yeah. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, he's in a better place now. We can't feel any pain anymore. On that bombshell,
You
I
still
think
never have to
it's-
walk
Yeah.
anywhere again.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's fine. He'll just bike. He'll
Yeah.
cycle. These days, I cycle.
he's all wills these days.
Yeah,
Um,
that's his name.
Oh
Will.
my god.
he's like the turtles that are missing the back legs.
Yes. Yeah. He just drags himself along.
Oh, good grief. Right.
I just found another video.
Oh, here we go.
It's the Lego Anakin death sound.
Okay.
Ah!
It sounds a bit like Tom Cruise from the Mummy trailer.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah. On that note,
Oh, that's coming out this year sometime.
what note?
No,
Oh, that's a shame. I was looking
to
forward to
complete the
that.
Skywalker saga.
The Ksai Skywalker.
Yeah, the new Lego Star Wars game.
Ah, okay. Hang on just a second. I see if this video's worth it. It's not. Okay, never mind. Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, etc. Send us an email to.
Do you want to try that again?
Send us an email to contact@invisibletower.net if you prefer. I finally remembered that I owned that domain.
You own invisibletower.net.
Yes. So I've
Nice.
just set up as a subdomain of my other ones, so you can use that.
Nice.
And you can go to Patreon and shit as well. Think of some money.
Patreon.
Patreon.
If you do enjoy what we do,
Yeah.
why?
It's a very good question.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's no point in saying that because it means we're not going to get any kind of feedback or anything. Because if you say if you like it, then make sure you write us an email. Then we're not going to get an email.
Oh, that's
You
true.
have to say if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like it, write us an email, and then we're going to get thousands.
Send us your
Yeah,
complaints.
if you don't like it, be sure to tell us why
Hang
in
on, I've-
excruciating detail.
Yeah, I've just realised I haven't actually tested this email. Contact@invisibletower.net. And the subject is poo. I'll send that.
Of course it is.
There we are. Let's see if I get that. Nothing yet.
Well, something's
Right.
getting cut.
Well. Yeah.
We'll get back to
Oh,
you
there
on
it
that
is.
one
Got it.
next. Oh, okay.
Hey, it came through. Oh, thank God for that.
There we are. Okay,
Going
you
hot for
can
that.
email us.
You've got to give
Contact will stay in.
hang on.
At
You've got to give
invisibletower.net.
the email. Hang on. You've got to give the email a chance to be sent out, go all the way around the world, and then come back to you before
Oh,
it actually
of course,
arrives.
yeah. So like I threw it and it's got hit me in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll just leave that in the inbox there. Christian Dainton.
Well, on that bombshell,
Apologies.
Yeah.
Thing
Thanks
is,
for
if you
listening,
leave
everyone.
that unread
Well-
in the inbox, then you'll open it up at one point and see an email and be like, "Oh wow, we got one." Oh wait.
Unfortunately, my eyes are able to take in more than 3 pictures at once, and so I'll see that it's the email I sent.
Are you? My God. Check out Mr. Fancy McFour Eyes over here.
Oh, I've got my glasses on, and they're on the right way as well. I put them over my eyes
Hey, that's
this time.
good.
Left lens over the left eye, right lens over the right eye. Not like before when
You
I had
fool!
them on my
It
knuckles.
should be the other way round, you fool.
What? Oh my god. What, they've got to go on the back of my head upside down? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, there we are.
Is that
Oh my
not how
God.
you wear yours?
I can see the past. I can see every mistake I've made. I'm going to be here all
Oh
night
God!
reviewing
No!
this.
Stop!
You see, I've been wearing mine on my ball the entire time.
Just the one ball? Who are you, Hitler?
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah.
You think you'd be able to have one lens over one and one lens over the other?
I tried saying balls, but the S came out as more of like a. Don't know.
Bull.
So-
It didn't quite land, did it?
No. Like
Don't want
balls.
to land on your balls.
Oh no. Ooh. I now solemnly swear my hand is up
Oh, what's it up?